Today we are back in Arundel, Maine. I got the pups in tow. I got my iced coffee. It's going to be a great morning, and I feel like we're going to find lots of great things. The Arundel Flea Market is right next to Arundel Antique store, and across the street is Antiques USA. So you got three things right in a row. Here I am looking into this case of beautiful jewelry. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I can't fight Mother Nature. Here I'm looking at some beautiful items on this table, a lot of primitive style items. I love the look of primitives, but I just don't sell primitives. I love stoneware too. So, all right, down over here is where I had the most luck. This particular vendor had a ton of jewelry, and I was asking her some prices. I did buy that rose quartz necklace right there. I think it was only like $5 or something. Pretty much everything I got today was less than $200. I went in with $200 and I still had money. So that's a Roger Vines paperweight. It was signed on the bottom, and we have the signature series coming up on Knickknack, so I was wondering if I should get that, but it just wasn't exciting enough for me. And then I knocked over a vase. That's okay. I caught it. We're good. I was checking out this owl, and I didn't see any signatures on him, which kind of surprised me. He was really well done. And then over here, this is a really cool ephemera. It was a book of prescriptions, old prescriptions that were written by a doctor. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty neat. We got some Roseville down here, some more pots. And then I'm like, oh, everybody wants to stop and say hi to Pretzel. I should not be surprised. He is the most popular dog everywhere we go. And then Rocco's like, yeah, maybe I'll sniff you, but I don't need any lovin'. And then it doesn't matter because Pretzel steals all the lovin' every time. He's such a ham. And then he walks around in his stroller waving at everybody like he's Miss America. That went on for quite a while, so I kind of cut out some of it. All right, here we are looking back at the vintage items. Beautiful Crocs back there. I was just talking about the salt glazed Crocs. They look so good together. And then I found this table of glass, like fantastic glass. That's probably a Fratelli Tosto bubble burst Murano paperweight. I did buy that, and I started making a little pile there. And then down here there was more paperweights. That was a JFK one. That was a marble, and it was just like a large iridescent shooter. I think it was like a blue base color, but it wasn't signed or anything. And I don't remember how much he wanted for it, but it wasn't signed, so I just kind of left it behind, even though I was looking really hard to find a signature. There just was not one. And then I spotted this fantastic purple vase. It has the swirling. It is signed. I'm going to have to do a little more research. I could not figure out what the signature says. The guy who was running this particular table said he got some glass out of a gallery, and this is all part of that collection. And I'm like, oh, well, if you got it out of a gallery, it must be good. So I ended up buying that vase. It was $20, so I did buy that. I'm like, yes. Signed, beautiful, purple, and came from an art gallery. I'll take it. And then down here, I'm still looking, see if there's anything else that catches my eye. He really did have some fantastic pieces, so I wanted to take my time and go through it all. And he had them really nicely spread out and displayed. I found yet another paperweight. I don't think that one's Murano, but I still liked it, so I did buy that one as well. All right, and this is what I really came for. All of these vintage pins, brooches. I shop at this lady every weekend while I am in Maine. She has just some of the best stuff. She's always bringing newer stuff, well, vintage stuff, but new stock. And I just love, I don't know, supporting her. She's a nice lady, and she's super kind to me, and I always get a good deal from her. But of course, I had to tease her because she was late setting up. I had already done the entire flea market, and I'm like, you're late. I didn't think you were coming. So I had to go around the flea market one more time to give her time to set everything up. So still got my iced coffee. All right, I already have a handful of things. I found that reverse carved lucite butterflies, this fantastic micro mosaic inside of like that sandstone kind of like glittery shimmer, a dragonfly. That micro mosaic was only $8, which is a fantastic deal. I will show you everything at the end in the video. It's just looking at more pins. She's got trays and trays full of brooches, necklaces, bracelets. There we go, a little damascene right there. I did end up buying that one as well. I put it down, but in the end, I went through like 3 times and made like 3 separate piles. I think I gave her money like 3 times because I just couldn't make up my mind. That butterfly, oh, that's a cloisonne cat. I did buy that one. And below my hand was that that West Germany butterfly, and I did buy that as well. So I do have that one. Oh, there's a little scarecrow, and it has that little straw that dangles. I've had him before. Oh, and then I found this cloisonne stick pin, and I did buy that one as well. And some of the prices I just don't know individually because she just gave me one price for everything. That was like a enamel pin or a stone pin. It was okay. That was a real pretty purple swirly rhinestone pin. I don't remember if I got that one. We'll have to wait to the end and see the video. It's in my hand. I might have got it. Let's see. Oh, that's a beautiful enamel on copper. I did buy that one. That was so good. I love the blue, white, and green colors on it. All right, there's my initial pile. I got that basket. I got a scarab brooch. That one had just some rhinestones on there I thought was really pretty. And here I am still looking. Oh, that fused face, that grumpy face was amazing. I did end up buying that one. I could go through this tray for like days and still find something new every time. Oh, let's look at that one. I didn't see any marks on it. Trying to see if it was signed. No. Oh, and then I dropped it, of course. I'm like, all right, well, I'm not really going to get it. Just a lot of enamel flowers, too. Oh, that was a really cool piece. It's an eyeball. And I'm like, that's pretty neat. The center had, like, glass that looked like a cabochon that has, like, an iris in it. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty neat. I kind of like that. It's weird and funky. And people love the weird and funky stuff, so I did buy that. Oh, that one had some pretty rhinestones on there as well. It's in this shape of a starfish. Yep. Starfish. They had some oh, that dragon was really good. He had a blue rhinestone eye, so I ended up buying him as well. He's a little funky. Lots of Halloween, and I checked that over. It had a little bit too much wear for me. I know you guys love your Halloween, but it just wasn't in good enough condition for me. Oh, that was super cute too. The skeleton with the little jack-o'-lantern. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling Halloween today. I'm like, I'm ready for the cooler weather, but I'm not ready for it to be that late in the year just yet. Okay, now I've moved on to a different vendor, and she was super kind. I was asking her some prices. This was a hand-painted porcelain piece, and she was telling me about all the different ages of everything that she had. So she's so funny. She like stuck it right back in my hand. She's like, you are going to buy that. No, she was funny. And I'm looking through everything, and she had some okay stuff. Like the prices were fair and reasonable. I just don't know if it was the stuff that I look for. So I ended up getting this one as well. This is like a little cattail porcelain brooch. So now I'm up to 2. I think in total I spent like $10 here, and then she gave me a free ring, which I don't know what I'm going to do with it because it's not my thing. But let's keep looking. I was looking through here because that sparkle on that butterfly caught my eye, and I was seeing if there's anything else I really need. That ring was super cute. I think it was marked sterling, but you guys know I don't do a whole lot with rings because they're super size specific. And if I'm wrong and you guys want me to pick up more rings, tell me in the comments. I just feel like when you get a certain size of something, you're eliminating the rest of the audience where it doesn't fit. So that's why I kind of like avoid rings, because I want items that will fit just about everybody. So all right, she's still showing me some of her items. I'm not seeing anything else I really need to have, but then I wanted to check out this one bracelet over here in the case. Right there, it had some beautiful abalone, and I don't think it was sterling. She didn't say it was, but I was checking that out, and it was extremely lightweight, so I really don't think it was. Oh, there's Pretzel babysitting me, making sure I'm getting all the good deals. Okay, here I am, back to the bracelet, and I think she wanted like $20-something for it, so for resale I couldn't do it, and she's like, just get it yourself. And it is so pretty. I do like the iridescence of the abalone, but it was like 20-something, and I can get them for less than that. So as pretty as it was, I did leave it behind, unfortunately. It is a real pretty piece though. I mean, maybe I'm having a little bit of regrets because it's so pretty. But it's okay because the other vendor made up for it, and I got some good stuff. So I can't have regrets. I can't buy everything. As pretty as everything is, I cannot buy it all. So I just went with those two. And of course she gave me a butterfly ring that's adjustable. So I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or not. Maybe I'll just, whatever. All right, here I am paying for my 2 items there. One last look. That was it. And what did I spend? I was looking for a 5. I did not have a 5. Oh, I think she's gave it all to me for $5. So $2.50 each for each brooch, and then she gave me a free ring. There's the butterfly ring. What am I doing? I'm just sitting here counting my money. I don't know why I was counting my money. All right. There we go. All right, we got our cash back. Let's keep moving on. All right, down here, this vendor had a ton of jewelry, but it was all modern. So I was a little, I mean, it's a flea market. They're allowed to sell modern stuff, and there's nothing wrong with modern stuff. Some people prefer modern stuff. It's just not what I'm looking for. But I thought I'd give it a little whirl just to see if there's anything I was missing. It was extremely nicely organized and very well displayed. She puts all her items on cardboard. So which made me think it might be some vintage items mixed in there. I didn't find any in my quick little perusal there. And then this table had some fun mix of stuff. Look at that custard glass set over there. I bet that glows under a black light. And then I found these insulators, which I don't do anything with them, but they're still fun to find. Usually they're Hemingway, and that one had a different name on it, which is why I picked it up. I'm like, I don't recognize that brand. Oh, there's some more Crocs there, some cookware, some old tools. There's a ton of old tools at this flea market. So if that's your thing, come check it out. They have a bunch of tools. All right, we're back at my favorite vendor, and I'm checking out her necklaces. She put more stuff out, so I'm just seeing if there's anything here I need. Oh, I like the colors on that one. It was like little pieces of rice, like bead that looked like the shape of rice. That was a real pretty clay one that looked like cloisonne. I actually did end up buying that one. All right, in here I'm checking out this vendor's beautiful jewelry. The case makes the light glare a little, so I apologize for that, but you can't miss anything. You got to check it all out. There's some amber in there. That was probably a lot of sterling in there if it's in that fancy case. I always tend to assume that it is sterling. And then I found these little piece here, and I didn't think that was going to be amber, but he said it was sterling and amber. It was $40. I did pass on it. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it was just going to be like a glass cabochon necklace, but he said it was amber, so I trusted him. All right, over here is more jewelry. Of course, we're searching through all of these bracelets. That was actually a necklace, so it's kind of a mix in all of these different trays, and I don't want to miss anything, so I tend to like take my time and check everything out. Let's see. Oh, that's a pretty one. That was glass crystals, double strand in a green, and she wanted $12 for that, which is a really fair price. Of course, for resale, I can't do it, but that's a really good price if you're just a jewelry collector or jewelry wearer. And then down here, more glass cases full of jewelry. I was kind of on the hunt. I was trying to find some Bakelite and micro mosaics. I'm kind of running low on those 2 items, so checking out, see if there's any, because I don't mind paying up for like the good stuff because that's what people want, but wasn't having much luck. I found this iridescent paperweight. It had a lot of wear on it, and I think it was only like, I don't know, $5 I want to say. I probably should have got it, but the wear was kind of like, no. And then there was a jar full of all kinds of knickknacks in there. Yep. Fun little blend of stuff. Over here, there were some trolls up here on this shelf. Some little vases there. They look like Native American ones. Some household goods. Hair dye. All the things that you can find at a normal flea market. This particular vendor made all these little glass panes, and they had little dragonflies, flowers, like stained glass little windows. They were really cute. She and he, there was a couple, did a really good job with them. And then in here, I'm checking out more jewelry, of course, and looking at the bracelets, seeing if there's anything I really need. By this point, I've already had like a ton, so I'm kind of being selective. Earrings. Again, I will pick up earrings more so than rings, but not really my favorite thing to look after, which is, of course, is brooches and bracelets, and then probably necklaces, then followed by earrings, then followed by rings. That's my list. That's my order of preference. Oh, this guy had some fantastic decoy ducks, like a whole table full of decoy ducks, and they just look so pretty grouped together. Like if you have that style at your house where primitives are your thing, these look so nice. Like I've seen people put them on fireplaces, like not on the mantle but down below, and I think that looks so good in like a lodge or a wood cabin. There's a little puffin one on top there. Cute. All right, down here, where are we going? Not that way. Pretzel's like, but I want to go that way. Down here there was another vendor that had some pink depression glass, some planters. That little deer was absolutely adorable. I was checking him out. There's a swan planter, some dishware back here. They had some opalescent glass, which I do have at my own place. I don't use it. I have it. I thought I'd use it, but I don't. It just sits there and looks pretty. Some old bags there. Okay, I found a micro mosaic. It is so pretty. It had a little bit of verdigris on it, but I'm like, I don't mind. It shows its age. And one of those flowers, that like yellowy one, was so good. I'm like, I'm gonna get that. And he was super nice. He pulled out everything I asked for. He and his wife sell jewelry together. Checking to see if there's anything else. That red bug was amazing. Look at that. It was $60-something though, so I had to leave it behind, but I did love it. And then I ended up getting a cameo from him as well, so I got those 2 items from him. Look at this dichroic bracelet. It's like little nubbies of glass that are all dichroic. We're back at my favorite vendor, and of course I'm on my second handful of items. Look at all the sparkles. Ugh, the sparkles look so good. All right, let's just check it, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. She did put out more stuff. She put out all the bracelets this time. Oh gosh, they're so good. That green one had some dichroic in it as well, but not as much as the other one, so I definitely went with the other one. That was a little plastic one. This one was just like a chain, like a metal chain. Mesh? Nah, not mesh. Chain metal? I don't know. Oh, that one I thought was, for a second, was going to be Bakelite because I had that green with the brown and tan swirls, but it was not. All right. What am I doing? Oh, showing you this dog. He is so cute. You couldn't even see it, but he's got like the brightest blue eyes. Of course, he wouldn't look at me. He was so cute, though. All right. I'm still at my favorite vendor. And here are some of the things I got. That huge rhinestone one, this carnelian stone. It is an amazing sadie green in that Art Nouveau style. And here's a look. Here's a quick look at all the jewelry that I got and everything I got at the flea market today. I really love these crystal earrings. I got some cloisonne looking clay beads, I believe. And then over here, these are really fun clip-on earrings. I got some damascene. This amazing brooch. I have to do a little research on it, but look at the sparkle on that. That's amazing. I got some West Germany butterfly. Fantastic micro mosaic. Look at that flower there. That's amazing. I've never seen that one. I got a bug. Gotta love the bugs. Lots of milk glass. A cloisonne cat. Rose quartz. I found this actual Bakelite bangle at Savers for $13.99, so I actually did pick that up. Rose quartz necklace, Sarah Coventry. That's actually a keychain. Dichroic bracelet, dragons, fused glass, enamel. This real pretty Art Nouveau, maybe a carnelian stone. Real pretty piece. There's some celluloid scarabs, and this amazing micro mosaic I got for $8, which was probably the deal of the day. Got some Murano, another strawberry, and then I also got some glass. I got some paperweights. this multi-glass vase, a little pottery wheat pot. And these vases are signed. I have to do some research. I'm not sure who they are, but my general rule is if it looks pretty, it's $20 or less, and it's signed, just pick it up, figure it out later. So that's what I did. So everything here was about $200 for everything. So not a bad deal considering I got some really nice glass pieces as well.